Okay, can I show this? Let's take a look. My neighbor gave me red hot poker plant. And I haven't really shown this side of the fence in a while, so here we are. There you go. Good news. There's a few places that the elderberry I thought was dead is coming up. Both varieties. Here's a sprig of it. And there's a sprig of it coming out of the base of the other dead looking one. This is very exciting. Woo, I'm struggling here. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. So, this is jungle time of year. The time of year where the yard kind of looks like maybe it's abandoned. And, mainly that's because of the milkweed. It does kind of act aggressively if you don't poison it, and that's the trouble that the monarchs are having, is that it typically grows in ditches, and ditches typically get pesticides and herbicides a couple times a year from passerby truck things. I haven't shown the steps in so long. Can you see them if I go the right place from here? Because I'm going to have to put down a bunch of boxes to even get to it at this point, because this stuff called cleavers is just going to ruin my pants. So the little seed balls come off and stick to you real bad, and I have had an outbreak of it. I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with it. I also need to cut a bunch of these down before they start seeding, because curly dock isn't the worst stuff, but it's also not something I actually want to be growing. These smell so good, especially at night. It's like a lily scent, you know, like that really Eastery smell. And there's a bunch open now, so it's really nice. They're replacing the nighttime scent of the only two flowers left on the mock orange, which you can kind of see isn't an orange at all. It just smells like an orange. So, yeah. More milkweed. Got lily pods coming in. This one's bloomed open. I have sad news. The deer seem to have ate off all the quinces. So I thought I was going to get to try quince this year, but nope. Oh, there's a couple more mock orange blooms coming in here, but mostly what I'm smelling right now are the milkweed. If you cook it, you can eat these flowers like they're broccoli, but you have to cook it because it's toxic uncooked. That's catnip. All right, so let's go on over here. I've been getting raspberries every day. I have not gotten inside of here. Now that I don't have birds in there, it's not getting eaten to death. And so it's quite congested. Yeah, so here's at least a raspberry. Oops, I bonked my hand. There's a raspberry. Now, my male silvervine kiwi is blooming a lot. So I want to see if the female is at all. Do you see any? I just see darkness. Haha. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see blooms on the female, just the male. Interesting. But something that is blooming, and has even finished a couple of its blooms. Look. That is Magnolia virginiana. And this is a finished bloom. So, I didn't get the pictures right away, but it is really cool. And then those are going to have little Skittles pods. So if you've ever found like a green pod with Skittles sticking out of it in the forest, that's this tree and a couple others. A couple other type of native magnolias mostly do the Skittles. There's my sea kale. See? Look. That's the male silvervine kiwi. I'm very confused. why I don't have the female blooming when that one's doing so much. I'll have to look into it. It also doesn't look like that one fruit that was on this plum is still up there either, but I could be wrong because with the dark purple leaves, it's actually kind of hard to tell for sure. But if it's not fruiting, if it's not, then I might trim it a bit because it definitely needs some air space. Oh, there's a cow bird, I think, in the apple. Boop. Empress hosta's gonna bloom. I don't think I've seen it do that yet. Speaking of the apple, it's definitely got fruits, which is exciting. I'm gonna turn around. Doo, 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 doo. Ground nut. Really coming up nice. Kind of tripped a little bit there. Oof. And unharvested rhubarb still. I did get some pipes here that I'm thinking I'm going to dig down and have them set into the path so that the path has built-in drainage without being as sinking. And then I was looking at this the other day, and you remember how we saw the little fruitlets of the pawpaw, but now it kind of looks like the ones that were at least low. Kind of looks like those might have gotten eaten by the deer, like way before they're ripe, which is a shame. But I guess we'll see. Do we have anything in the way of blackberry? That would be all this stuff here. I also don't see hardly any cherry fruitlets, which is odd. But I wonder what's going on over here, because it's like everything gets all dried out over here lately. For example, I can't seem to get ahead of any of the Saskatoons because the ones that are here are getting pecked at. The deer have been sleeping in the garden, and you can really tell here because it's eaten out from the underneath. So I'm missing a lot of fruits because of that. I am. There's another persimmon. Both persimmon are doing pretty well. I can actually kind of think of it. I forgot to point to it while we were looking at the apple. It is these leaves right here. The meter persimmon that I was worried because the bunnies chewed on it seems to be fine. Yeah, maybe I've been too busy. I'm not really keeping up too well this year. Here's a red currant, one singular. Om nom. Are the apples still on here? Oh, yay. They're higher up this year. Maybe they'll actually get to make it. That'd be nice. Look at all the flowers and beginning of fruit set on the elderberry. I wonder if I should just harvest the flowers themselves off of the elderberry on the other side, because it kind of annoyed the neighbor's mom last year. Let's see. Yep. Lovage and sunchoke. Doing well. Doing really well. And then I need to try and remember to trim back in the fall on my asparagus this year when it goes dead. I need to try and remember to do that. I'm going to take this and try and dry it. I found when a friend had it as incense, that it really, really, really helped my sinuses as incense. What is it? It's mullein. So I'm going to give it a try myself. Ow, I hit my shin. That kind of hurt. So, sorry for the view right after I did that. Ouch. Probably just zoomed across the ground. It was probably dizzying. My bad. I wonder if any of my purple potatoes survived. I left them in the pots. They may not have. This was an especially cold winter. Yeah. So that's the garden. And it's jungle season. Hollyhocks are gonna start. That's nice. Yeah. Got a few new flowers that are filling in the gaps. Because late May, early June still is a bit of a floral gap. But with the milkweed, it smells like flowers. They're not as much statement just because they're such a mass of green treeness. But I keep putting boxes down to keep the pathways open. I hope this was relatively visible. I know it's getting dark. And, oh yeah. Comfrey. Sterile comfrey. It's the good kind. Because it is pretty aggressive of a grower, so it's better to have the sterile kind. Oh, there's another one. Another one what? Another one mullein. I'ma takes it. Wah! There we go. They're biannuals. So the florets that I missed last year I can harvest for incense powder this year, and it'll be good. It'll be good. Boops. All right. So that's everything, I think. Everything except the stairwell out front, which I still don't think I'm quite stable on my feet enough to go tackle. I'm getting there though, because like even without ankle boots on, I've been able to walk around the yard lately. For those that weren't here, I broke my ankle in August, so it is now June. It hasn't quite been a year. It does still hurt first thing in the morning and make everything difficult first thing in the morning, but for the most part, I'm doing okay on the ankle. My hip stability isn't back though, and that's unfortunate. Look at the staghorn sumac florets. I think those are boy flowers, which is weird because I definitely planted a girl there, so I'm confused. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go have dinner because I just got home from work, and I hope you're having a really good day. Thanks so much for visiting the cliffside, and I hope my video wasn't too dark. Bye!